Hi, I'm Tim from EcoQue, and we're going to spend a few minutes today giving you some tips on how to unpack and assemble your oven. If you've had one of our EcoQue Artisan ovens delivered to your house, then it probably looks a lot like this. I'm going to give you a few simple tips that will make assembly of your oven quick and easy. First of all, remove the outer packaging. Inside, you'll find two cartons. One is the base storage cart box, and the heavier lower carton that's strapped to the skid is the big box for the oven. The first thing you'll need to do is break open the smaller box and remove the base storage cart for your oven. Set the cart in a position where it will make it easy to lift the upper oven frame onto the top of the cart. Once you remove the over box and you've taken the storage cart box off the top, it will be much easier to move the larger oven box around. Position the oven box next to the Unpack storage cart. Cut the straps and pull the box off the top. Make sure you leave the oven on top of the pallet that it was shipped on until you're ready to pull out the carrying rods and lift it onto the storage cart. The next step is going to be to carefully empty out each of the oven chambers and set aside all of the parts you've taken out. It's a good idea to have a folding table nearby where you can lay out all of these parts. The last step before you assemble the main frame of the oven onto the storage cart will be to remove the base stones and the pizza oven stone along with the protective packaging around them. This will make the oven much lighter and easier to lift up and set on top of the storage cart. After that, you need to remove the 4 screws that have been assembled into the top of the storage cart. Those screws will be used to attach the main frame of the oven to the storage cart. You'll find 4 rods at the bottom of the oven. 2 of the rods are on the front and 2 are on the back. Carefully lift the oven up off the pallet and place it on top of the cart over the metal tabs. These are the tabs that will hold the screws. Always remember to lift the oven with your legs and not your back. Once the oven is on top of the cart, line up the screw holes with the threaded inserts that are in the cart. Then you're ready to assemble the 4 screws that attach the oven to the cart. Attach the 4 screws with a number 2 Phillips head screwdriver. The next step will be to assemble a chimney. The first step is to assemble the damper rod and damper flap that go inside the chimney. Make sure that you pass the rod through the chimney with the rod handle facing to the front. After assembling the damper rod and the damper flap inside the chimney, the next step is to assemble the chimney to the top of the oven. Remove the 4 bolts and washers at the top of the oven and use those to assemble the chimney on top. There is a small wrench included with the oven, but you may find it's easier to use a small 8mm adjustable ratchet to tighten these 4 bolts. Finger tighten them first as far as you can, and then use the ratchet for a final tightening of the bolts. Make sure that you don't over-tighten them too much. The last step for the assembly of the main frame is to place the removable chimney cap in place. This can be removed if you need to bring the assembled oven through a doorway. Let's take a look at everything else that's been emptied out of the oven. You'll find 3 oven base stones along with the top cooking stone. There's also the pull-out firebox with a removable fuel grate, and there are 3 oven racks. We've also included 2 gray nonstick baking pans and a large aluminum prep pan. You'll also find a surface thermometer, which you'll use on the pizza stone.